So next we're looking at DC motors. So the microbit has the ability to power electronic components up to 3.3 volts. So that's the maximum it can output on pin 0 or pin 1 or 2, the output pins. Simple solar style motors that have no load can be driven directly from the microbit board. So that's up to 3.3 volts. That's the maximum we can take. If we have any more than a 3.3 volt motor, a strong motor, we use this breakout board and we can connect the power supply in here, plus and minus 9 volt or 12 volts, or of course there is a maximum on that that we can connect into these 2 pins. So that will power then a stronger motor. So we can go in and code this next. This is slightly different again to what we're used to with the servo motors. So the first thing we need to do with the DC motors is go into inputs here. Sorry, go into basic. And on start, we go into robotics then, motors. Sorry, just into robotics itself there and turn off all outputs. So the first thing we have to do with the DC motor is turn off all outputs, because the microbit has to know, it has to get an off signal first before thinks about turning on. Just with a DC motor, it has to see 0 first before it starts doing anything. So then next we can say button A pressed, motors again. So motor 1 on direction forward, speed 0. That it won't start at that, so we have to put in some speed here. Put in 100 there, that's full speed. So we can duplicate that again then. B here, and go into reverse. And we go into speed 50 there. Duplicate. C. Sorry, A and B, motor 1, direction forward 0. So what'll happen then in that sense what'll happen there is that the motor will start, it'll go in the forward direction at a speed of 100, or full speed. That's maximum speed, can't go any faster. On button B pressed, the motor will turn in the reverse direction at half speed. So 50 is half speed. That's how that works. Then if you press A and B, the motor will stop. That's what happens there. It'll just stop completely. Nothing will happen. It'll go from a state of movement to stopped. So that's our DC motor there. When we're using the breakout board with the DC motor, we plug in our microbit here into this slot, and we use motor 1 here. We can run a couple of motors. In our case with the Jitterbug project, we'll be just using one motor, so we connect it in here in a particular way, so that something called the polarity is right, that we have the motor turn in the right direction. It can go either way. The wires from the motor can go in either direction here, but we need to stick to one particular way with everyone to ensure that the motor turns the right direction. So that's it. Thanks a lot, and I'll chat to you again.